So thank you. Welcome to the last call of the month for the Wellness Warriors. We will not be having a call next week because many of us will be on the cruise. So those of you not on the cruise, you get a night off to be footloose and fancy free. So thank you for hopping on. Um, Nuts and bolts. Let's take care of some nuts and bolts. New promo going on. Um, who wants to share about the new promo?
I can do it.
Okay.
Okay. New promo is triplex 60, has to be triplex 60. Triplex 60 and a bag of active, and new customers will get a free multi-pack of the active that has all 3 flavors in it.
Right. And that is 30 sticks in the multi-pack.
Yes.
So they pay for 15, but then they get another 30.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's cool. And yes, it has to be triplex 60. Do they have to add, there's no code, right? If they just add the active, then it goes in automatically?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's shaking
Full
it.
dress, Michelle. Okay, thank you.
Do we have anybody who knows any Canadians that I should share? Canada, is it because we can't have that. We don't have that in
Oh,
Canada.
okay.
So
Yeah.
they've extended the free reset for 2 weeks.
Oh, cool.
Ah, okay, that explains it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't want to say
There was a
anything when
rumor
everybody
that they
started
had
going, what's going
extended
on?
it.
I'm like, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want anybody to get mad at me.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I like having a new talking point. So, like, start pushing active in your stories, go live in your stories, all of that. And not everybody wants the reset, but almost everybody wants more energy. So I like it. Okay, and so that's the 17th to the 28th, still dollar membership. Um, and so I think that kind of takes care of the nuts and bolts. Um,
I'm sorry, I missed that. It's still a $1 membership
uh-huh. Am I
for the
making the, I think they're the whole month. Uh-huh.
Okay, so it ended and then they restarted it.
No, it didn't. The free reset combo ended.
Oh, I don't know why I thought the $1 was ending.
Am I wrong? Because I mean, like, I'm
I had
totally.
this discussion, unless it's still going in the States. I looked and it actually did say it ended on the 15th. I know because I thought it went to the end of
Yeah.
the too. And we had a whole discussion in another chat.
Oh, really?
So
anyone
I'll
else
look while you
see?
guys are talking, but I'll confirm it. I'll get an American. I'll switch to the
Okay.
American flag and I'll look for you.
Okay.
But I know
Okay.
it did end in Canada.
Okay. Um, I'm just looking at my notes really quick from Whitney. She'll be on shortly. So I want to just address the fact that, or honor or acknowledge the fact that the last few meetings especially, but many of the meetings have been over the head, is what I'm hearing from our newer business builders, over their heads, and they're feeling kind of lost. So last time we talked about the virtual office and we did a virtual office tour, and the time before that we did some mapping. And so people that are newer business builders, they're just kind of overwhelmed by that. So we want to dial it back on our meetings a little bit and make it user friendly for everybody. Because the fact of the matter is, every business builder, really, our goal is to get 3 new VIPs every month. More, yay, but like that's kind of like the standard, that we want to try to get 3. So it doesn't matter whether you are silver or whether you are diamond, we have to do the exact same things in order to get there, in order to get 3 every month, funneling new people in. So we'll be talking about those things in these calls. And we will also be weaving back in product highlights, not every single week, because we were like having, struggling, like, oh, we just did collagen 2 weeks ago or whatever. So not every single week, but at least monthly. And we'll have some testimonies, whether it's a business testimony or a product testimony. We'll just let people tell their stories. So we want that to be kind of more user friendly, and then we're going to have Q&A. I don't know. Has anybody ever here been a Weight Watchers? Maybe you don't have to shout yourself out, but I was a Weight Watcher. Okay, Barb and I. Oh, Stacy, you were. Okay. We were all Weight Watchers, and so I loved Weight Watcher meetings because they like had a little health tip or whatever, food find, whatever, some recognition, and then open it up for Q&A, and then the conversation and the training goes, organically to whatever is needed that day. So we're going to kind of play with that kind of loosey-goosey format. So I hope and my hope is that it's approachable for everybody, whether it's new business builders or even just product users who are kind of curious about sharing, like they could get on and enjoy. Carol, you can go ahead. Dollar membership ended on the 15th. What? No. Okay.
I thought it
Dang.
was all month too, and then someone else was talking about, I didn't know if it was just in Canada, but it's across the board it ended.
Okay, well, shout out to Stacy Orr for questioning that because I would have just led you all astray. Um, so so that's kind of like the direction that we want to go with the meetings. Um, Welcome, Whitney. Thank you for hopping on. Would you like to, I haven't done any like recognition or shout outs or anything like that. Would you like to
Oh, okay. Yeah.
patch it?
Yes, and please forgive me for being late. I was rushing home, trying to get here in time and almost made it. And God bless Megan. I was like, I really would love to even pee before I hop on. So if you can take it for a minute, that's how we roll, right? So we're all friends here. Anyways, yeah. So first of all, I just want to acknowledge and recognize those of you that have earned a spot on Leaders Retreat Cruise, because it's coming right up. And in just a handful of days, we're going to be on that ship together, and I can't wait. And so I want to recognize those here who have earned their spot on that cruise. And also just let everyone know that we will not be doing a call a week from tonight because we'll be cruising. Woo, woo! So fun. So shout out. I mean, should I just call them out one by one? I guess we can do that here, huh? Because it's a small enough group. But Barb is going to be cruising with us. Shout out to Barb. Barb's so proud of you. So excited to see you.
Thank you. I'm very excited to meet everybody in person. I feel like I already know you, but
Isn't that's one of my favorite things is we built these deep friendships and connections, and then by the time we actually meet in person, sometimes we're like, wait, really? This is the first time we've met? Because that's so weird. I feel like we've been friends for years,
I know it does.
I love it. Okay, Stacy is the next one on my screen. I see Stacy Orr. Shout out, Stacy. Whoop, whoop. Can't wait to be cruising with you soon, friend. And Amy Milky. Ooh, ooh. Look at her, looking all cozy. Is that your minky blanky right there? That looks identical to mine almost. Love it. So cruising, who are you bringing as your guest, Amy? I don't know yet.
I'm bringing my mysterious husband that everyone thinks doesn't exist.
I get to meet him. That is such an honor. I don't
Yes.
think I've ever even seen a picture of him. The mystery will be
It's
unraveled.
rare.
Sure.
Yep, that's right. You're all gonna get a treat.
Love it. Okay, Carol. Oh, okay. And not only did Carol earn the cruise, she earned a shopping spree. Your first shopping spree. Carol swept contests before, but it's never been for a shopping spree. Every time she swept it until now. And this is always the one that she wanted. She's like, why can't it just be a shopping spree when I sweep it? So excited for you to experience that, Carol. What do you think? You got your outfit picked out to shop till you
Sorta. I haven't even started packing. I have just loose ideas in my head, and but I do have a shopping list. And I've registered to become a loyalty member of Bloomingdale's so I can get my 15% off coupon.
So smart. I love it. Okay, so excited for you.
Thank you.
And And Kate. Soon to see you, sister. Do you have anything you want to say? Are you so excited? Are you packed yet?
I am excited to escape the 11 degrees that is in Maine, and I'm getting packed.
Oh, I can do that.
I am not officially packed yet.
It was -29 this morning here.
Ew.
Fahrenheit.
What? Where
It
you
was
are?
so cold.
It's usually
That's
colder
insane.
here. Jeez, that's
And
insane.
Kate is
Okay.
treating her husband too to this cruise, right?
Yes,
Oh,
Nick has never been on a cruise ever, so he's been on a lobster boat, but never a cruise. So
this
it'll
is
be
quite different, I'm
cool.
sure.
if we can get him to not wear his work boots on the beach, that would be awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna challenge Nick
Never.
right now. If you can hear me, Nick, I want to see some flip flops on your feet. Okay.
Never, never. There will be no sand touching the feet.
Sandals? Oh, come on, sandals.
Never.
Even.
Nope.
We
No,
gotta
I
go.
go from
Just wear
boots to
socks
slippers
with
when
your
I go home.
sandals.
No, there's no
Just
sandals.
put some socks on with your sandals and then the sand won't
Nope.
touch your feet.
No, it will go through the socks and then it'll be in the socks. No.
It's happening. Nick,
Yep.
come on.
No fun.
Get those feet all tanned up now, and so we can
No.
see those pretty toes.
No, the feet haven't seen sun in decades. It's gonna stay that way.
What better way than on your first cruise? Come on.
Right.
No, they'll probably ignite.
Oh, Carol, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say, Carol, so I've heard so much about your mother-in-law, and I'm so excited that I get to meet her on this cruise. Isn't it so fun to be able to like invite loved ones and treat them? Like when I brought my sister and my brother-in-law, they were like, seriously, we don't owe you any money for this. And I was like, no, it didn't cost me anything. You know what I mean? Like that is so fun to be able to do that for the people we love. So
I've told her so much about so many of you guys. She's like one of my biggest cheerleaders. She's like the sweetest thing in the world. You guys are gonna love her. She's between you and I, she's not naturally blonde, but you're gonna think she's blonde because she just doesn't get she's so funny. But you didn't tell her I said that.
well, I'll play along. It's
But
okay.
she's
Carol.
a sweetheart. You're gonna love her.
Yeah. Barb, are you bringing your husband? Who are you bringing?
Yes, I am bringing my husband. He went 22 years ago to Bahamas and he was sick all the time we were on the ship. So,
Oh,
but it was a smaller one and there was a hurricane. So
Oh.
we have gut patches, we've got the bracelet, and I'm praying he doesn't get sick.
Oh my word, that is amazing. I can't wait to meet him. That's going to be so fun. What a way to redeem that trip that you probably had to pay for that one. Not so much this one. How fun.
Actually, I did win that one at a sportsman show. I went with him to a sportsman show and I won the cruise, and it was my daughter's year of graduating from high school. So we took her and my other daughter, and
Oh, that's so fun.
after we get off the ship.
And now you get to really let him see the Bahamas and enjoy it this time, hopefully. So that's so fun.
We're excited.
That's awesome. And Stacy, you're bringing the hubs, I believe. Yes. Cool. Has Jeremy started packing? Is he excited?
He's excited to get out of here, yes, but he has not started packing.
I just saw actually your post was hilarious. And I was like, that is so fitting right now. No, I don't want to build a freaking snowman. I want to build a sandcastle on the beach.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Can't wait to get out of here.
Oh, okay. And Gigi is bringing, she's not able to talk, she said, but she is bringing her mama, which I cannot wait to meet. I've heard so many fun things about your mom, Gigi, from you, and it sounds like she's going to be very entertaining for all of us. Oh, and coming with natural cold and flu remedies in case any of our team feels challenged. Started organizing your very disorganized, forgetful 88-year-old mom. She is going to be so fun. I can't wait for that. Okay. I didn't miss anyone, did I, on here? No. And Megan, of course. Megan, shopping spree winner. What are we
Yeah.
shopping for, Megan? And it better not be one pair of shoes for yourself this time, because
I'm
we've
going
got
to
a long way
spend it.
done.
Well, I might allow my husband and my son to get like a pair of shoes, but the rest I'm going to spend all on me. And I've been looking at handbags. I'll get my makeup did, and yeah, I'm just gonna go with it.
I love it. Yeah.
Mm.
Don't I love the suggestion. Don't even check price tags. Just like roll with whatever you're feeling.
Whatever you like.
Like,
Mhm.
this is not your money, and there is absolutely zero guilt involved in spending it. And it is my favorite thing that Plexus offers us. It is so much fun. I actually am thinking I'm gonna try this year. I know other friends that have done this before, but like, I'm gonna bring like 2 outfits with me and shop for the rest of them while I'm there. So, kind of
Great.
a little daring, but we'll see how that goes. So.
Yeah.
So fun. Okay. Well, that took up more of our time than I wanted, but how fun, and totally worth it. You guys all deserve to be recognized for your hard work and efforts. And so don't forget, there will not be a call next week, but we'll pick it right back up after that. And you know what I really wanted to discuss this week? Megan, God bless her, and Carol and Stacy, who really took over and kind of took lead of the team when I was in a season where I was, I had other things that I had to focus on, which, side note, that's the reason I was rushing home, is we have been asked to be guests on a podcast. We've done now 3 episodes because our story took up so much, but it's so inspiring, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. So you'll kind of, if you want all the juicy details, I'm going to be an open book about what it was. Sometimes life takes us down unexpected pathways and whatever, but at that season when I really had to unplug, I have never been more grateful for Plexus. Can I tell you? Because I don't know of any other type of career where you can literally like have life trauma and be able to take 6 months off paid completely and have such amazing support, such a network that like the most important things get covered for you while you're away, and it's just really made me appreciate this opportunity more than ever, and know that God like foresaw that in our future and gave us Plexus as a blessing to allow us to fully, experience and go through and heal in the ways that we needed. But I'm just beyond grateful. I don't even believe I really asked Megan, Carol, and Stacy to step up to the plate, but I was telling Megan, like, leaders do that. When they see a need, they step up and they'll do what needs to be done, to take care of business. And like, I just want to honor them for that and be so grateful. And they've made a lot of shifts and changes and improvements of things that, that have really added a lot of value and simplicity to our team as a whole. And I'm so grateful for that. And recently, they've really, especially Megan, I would say, has kind of taken on, like, God bless her, she has the strengths that I wish I had in many ways, that are like consistently, how can we improve? What can we do better? And that has a lot of value. And then on the other hand, I'm always like, how can we make it more simple? How can we make it more streamlined? And so this led to a conversation last week. I know she's been talking to, some of you, specifically her team members, individually, and just trying to get a feel of how can we add the most value? Because the challenge is, in a large team, with people at all different levels, you're going to have sometimes people hopping on here that are brand new to Plexus. And then we've got some jewels on here. And how do you meet the needs and add value and bring a lot of, whatever it is that you're hoping to experience once a week from us to such a wide range of different people in different places. you know, and so that is a challenge. And, you know, I love Megan specifically, and some of the other leaders that are constantly like, well, how can we make it better? How can we improve? And so we had a pretty, I think, valuable discussion, Megan, about what really would serve everyone the most. And we kind of said, you know, we do feel like, I think we agreed for the most part, the majority, that we would love for these meetings to be 30 minutes in and out. We want to bring value. We want to bring community. We want to bring whatever it is that you would most benefit from in 30 minutes once a week. And there was also a discussion of, you know, there's different types of people. Some people, they love the community. They love the conversations. They love hearing other people's stories. They love that connection. And that really, like, you know, fires them up and inspires them, and hearing people's success stories business-wise, hearing people's success stories with these amazing products. And then there's other people who are just like, forget the fluff, just tell me step by step what I need to do to grow my paycheck. And those are two very different type of meetings, in my opinion. So here's what I kind of suggested to Megan that we could do, and I want to get your feedback. And I just want to acknowledge that, like, each one of you has value to add, and you have strengths that I don't have. Each one of you has a different story and strengths that Megan doesn't have. Or, you know, you all have different values, even that Carol, whatever, like, do you get what I'm saying? We're all better together, and we all have a lot of value to add. And I feel like as much benefit as we've been getting from these meetings, the disadvantage is that there's a few leaders collaborating, trying to come up with a training that would add value to a wide range of people in different places with different needs and different desires. And that puts a lot of pressure and stress on the leaders. And no matter how good the training they come up with, it's not going to be a fit for everyone here at the meeting. You agree? Because there's a lot, like mapping, for instance, that went straight over the top of some people's heads that have, you know, that are newer. And then it was very valuable training for some people that are like, you know, maybe even silver or higher. And so it's just like, you can't come up with the perfect plan that's going to serve everyone at such different levels. And what came to mind for me is, years ago, we used to do this training once a week called Gold Rush. Does anyone remember that? Anyone? It may be old enough that a lot of you've never even heard of it. But so we came up with this training called the Gold Rush. And this was where the type of meeting you would go to if you want to grow a Plexus business. This is where everyone can gather to learn just the most basic, simple, repetitive steps to grow a successful Plexus business. And it was divided into a 4-part series. So it repeats itself every 4 weeks, and it's just focused on the most proven, most, you know, simple, basic, effective techniques. That's a whole different type of meeting than what we're doing here, because the focus of this, as far as I understand, is community connection. That's what it's called, right? And for everyone to kind of collaborate and come together and say, what's working well for us, and what would we like to, you know, to know or learn or be better, and let's share stories with each other. There's a lot of value, like Megan was saying, in knowing each other's stories, and also, you know, maybe not every week necessarily, but product highlights. That's something that really inspires a lot of us and gets us excited and more confident sharing as well. So what I wanted to know is, if we're to break it down, and I could ask each one of you, and I wish I had time one by one, but Kathy, what is it that you get them? Why are you showing up here? If we gave you 30 minutes a week, what is it that would be most valuable to you with this call? Is it all community and hearing stories? Is it, I want to learn more about the products? Is it, I would love a Q&A session where I can just ask questions and have people here with all different strengths and different experience levels and hear what they suggest or recommend. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. Like, I believe if I were to ask each one of you individually, and I actually did plan on doing that when I thought we'd have a little more time, but I think we can really, like, if we just boil it all down, I think community and like a highlight, and I think Megan, I heard you saying this when we came in, like picking one person each week to just tell us a little bit about yourself. And let's hear your story with Plexus. Like, are you brand new? Like, do you have a testimony yet? What is your story? Like getting to know each other, just spending like a few minutes there, and then maybe a product highlight every week, maybe not, maybe like every other week or whatever it is. But then here's one thing that I've learned over 10 years leading a team is some of the best trainings that I've ever experienced and helped facilitate are the ones where I just show up and say, hey guys, what's working well for you and what are you struggling with? Let's discuss as a group, you know, what would you like to learn? What do you have questions about? Do you understand how you get paid? Like and that's how we can meet the needs of those who are investing the time and showing up the best, in my opinion. So that not only like makes it more valuable to those that are here for this call, which I believe that's the main kind of focus and intention, but also it takes the pressure off the leaders to constantly be like, it's Monday night, what are we training on tomorrow? You know what I mean? Because we're bringing the value of what is most needed to the different levels that are there. And the cool thing is when we're all collaborating together, we might have a newer advisor who's just, or newer brand ambassador, sorry, who's really just starting to share, who has a question that, you know, of course, Megan and Carolyn and I can spout out the answers, but maybe there's a gold on here who's had success in that category, who has value to add that we wouldn't have even thought of. So we're all like adding our experience and our strengths together and really growing together and meeting the needs of what do you guys want this week? You know what I mean? Some of the best discussions I've had Plexus wise, business, products, all the categories is just saying, hey, what do you guys want to talk about? You know, maybe.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that, like, I mean, I was chatting with Stacy and Kate, and we were kind of like coming up with ideas, like, you know, going over combo suggestions for different things, weight loss or autoimmune or depression or sleep, whatever it is, you know, and different business builder activities and that kind of thing. So I would love it. And you can write in the chat, I guess, like what you would most like to learn about or hear about so that we kind of get a pulse on that. So that's what we can jump off with next week, like, you know, or not next week, starting in March. And then we can just like, or Whitney said, like organically allow training to happen. So Whitney, while they're putting in the chat what they would personally like to hear, what kind of feeds their fire, and what they would be comfortable inviting people to join us and listen to these calls with. So when you mentioned the Gold Rush and the training, would that be a separate Zoom that we could offer for people wanting to know that are like, okay, I don't want to connect, I want to learn.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for bringing me back to that, because I meant to add more on that and then I totally forgot and spaced that. But yeah, so that would be like you know, an additional 30-minute call that you would have the option to attend. Like those who want to learn how to do the Plexus business, this is where you come. Like this is more like step-by-step directions. And then like repetitive. So there's basically 4 separate trainings and then it repeats. The thing that and we kind of discussed, Megan and I were like, well, we love we love the idea of just one night a week, just asking you to show up once a week. So we kind of thought it might be cool if we did like a 30-minute community highlight, Q&A, maybe a little product highlight. And then if you want to, an optional 30-minute, okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Here's how you make money. And that would be optional. And that, so
Right.
it's kind of like two separate options, and you can
Right.
do both.
But then I talked to some others and they were like, I don't want to learn at 8:45 to 9:15. And I get that.
You
like-
Eastern, yeah,
Yeah.
Eastern timers. That makes sense.
So like, I mean, I'm totally willing to do a second call a week. Like, this is my job. This is how I earn money. So I'm totally willing to do a business builder call for those that want to learn on a different night of the week, if that's better. And I'm going to also then voluntold some of my senior golds and golds to like help lead those, because they're doing the things too. That's what's cool. This is an opportunity to develop leaders. So if we want to create that, like, you know, then we absolutely can. So this call will be more about product, connection, and testimonies, and ask your questions, and let's let a training unfold from that organically. And then sounds like we'll do a second call a week, or it could be, if everybody wants to do it in the second 30 minutes, we definitely could do that.
Yeah, so more to come on that. We'd love your feedback. We'd love to hear what would serve you best. And
Yeah.
please share, and yeah, we'll take notes, and I don't promise to have that ready 2 weeks from now by any means. I'm kind of shooting myself that we didn't record those, but I purposely never did record those. I said, you want it, you show up, you know, and that worked. We had great attendance, and they were some great meetings, but I don't know, maybe I can go back into my dinosaur files and see if I have outlines saved, but either way, like, we want to make that the focus, you know what I mean? So that would be, it sounds like it would be best. Do you guys agree that that would be a separate 30-minute call? That's optional. So we can kind of meet the needs of the majority in all different ways. So
Yeah, and then you can pick which call you go to.
yeah, absolutely. I see you taking pictures of the comments?
Yeah,
Maybe-
because I don't know how to take screenshots, so I'm just
Okay.
taking photographs.
That's okay. Send them to me. I don't have to, I don't have to do it too. Okay, well, our time is up. So would love to hear all the feedback. Do you feel like, I mean, I feel like it's great to keep it to 30 minutes. There's some who, you know, say, no, we need an hour to really get any value out of it. Tell us, we want to hear like what serves you best. And then we'll take all that feedback and say, here, let's do this.
Yeah.
So
Raise your hand if you like 30 minutes. Okay. And some are like, yeah, I could go longer because it's only once a week. All right, cool. Okay.
Okay. We appreciate you guys for showing up. You're amazing. Yes, please. To what, Gigi? Let's clarify. To 30 minutes? I'm guessing 30 minutes. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
We start to leave our zone of genius after 30 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
I know I do. I'm not speaking for everyone, but
Okay, so maybe we will announce a second call. It sounds like that's the way that we are leaning, that we'll announce a second call for people that really want to focus on the business. And I see some requests for duplication. And then we can also, like I said, everybody, like if our goal is to sign 3 every month, we're all doing the same basic business builder activities. And so we can highlight those and teach those to the newer folks on that. One thing I did want to go over is challenge next month. There's no large group challenge to plug people into before everybody hops off. So I know, Kathy, I just saw you like, I need a challenge. Kathy likes a challenge. So do we want to create our own in our challenge group? A health challenge? Do we want to take a month off because we've been doing those and plug Kathy into something else? Some other health challenge.
Have
Kathy,
we
yes.
looked at
Christy
what's her
McDade.
name? Yeah, has she got?
Mhm.
I mean, it's too early probably to say what she's got for March though, but
But she's got a bunch
Does
of
she have
health
any?
challenges like we haven't used, like, shake the sugar
Yeah.
or whatever, or menopause challenge, or she's got a relax, challenge. I don't think she calls it relax, but something like that. So there are some like 1 week, 2 week ones already kind of pre-made in there. So I guess my question to you guys is, do we want to have a challenge in our challenge group next month? Kathy says yes. What about all y'all?
I'm good with
Do-
having one it's a really busy time in my world, so creating a lot of graphics and things is not what I'm up for. I'll certainly help in any other way, but
Yeah. Well, thank God. I think Gigi says I think challenges are helpful. I do too. I hate to kind of not have one. Like, here's my hesitation. Like, I personally get sick of inviting. Like, so I'd like a month off from inviting to challenges, but whatever.
And we have March as a busy, do you guys have March break? We have March break. Like, you know what I mean? It's like March break. There's just a lot going on in March. I'm okay taking a month off because I think I would be more focused if I took a month off the next
Mm.
month, but it's totally like that's just my 2 cents, but
Mhm.
it sounds
we
like
could
most
think
people
on
want
it.
one, right? Hmm?
Amy, what do you think?
What do I think? I don't know what I think. I think challenges are great because it keeps people accountable. But if you don't want to do one every single month, the people who do want a challenge should find an accountability partner, and just the two of them. Because like I have people like randomly doing the reset. And
Mhm.
so I'm their accountability partner, even though I'm not doing it. They're texting me throughout those 3 days and I'm supporting them and helping them. So it gives
Yeah.
them somewhere to plug in.
Right. That's a
So
good point.
I have a
Yeah.
hard time with a 30-day challenge. Like
Yeah,
that's
30
tough.
days. 30 days are
Yeah.
way too long. People tap out. I like a
Yeah.
week, 2 weeks
Yeah.
max. Mm-hmm.
Max. Yeah. Like they're doing the bingo February thing. I'm like, it's just too long for people. They're not doing it. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Just
just my fault.
because I'm all about simplicity, odds are as many jewels are out there that do challenges. We can probably ask in the jewel group, Megan, and say, hey, is anyone doing a challenge next month that would like accept a few of our team members in, and we can help a little bit because we don't want to do like a big group one, but you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Someone else is
Yeah.
already doing.
Yes, and Gigi says she likes regular challenge opportunities. I do too, because you got new VIPs coming in, and but we should plan if we're going to do it every month or every other month, so everybody knows what to expect. And that's why I wanted to bring it up tonight. I would really love for us to decide, like by the 3rd week of the month, what the next month's challenge is, so that we can start promoting it and get our head in the right place and inviting. So anyway, that's why I wanted to bring that up. So, okay, well, let's plan on doing a challenge. Because we've got the Christy McDade ones. Let's say it'll be the second half of the month, second half of March, so that we don't have to like be like, oh my God, I gotta get people in today, right? And if we can plug into another group challenge, sweet. If not, we've got the Christy ones. Whitney's got an amazing assistant that can schedule the post. It doesn't have to be hard. Yeah. Okay, executive decision. We will start a challenge the second half of March and we'll figure out which one. Sound good?
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you. All right.